hello. Let me set up. Wait a minute. The So hello guys, in our previous class we discussed about the trend lines and all. So in today's class we'll take it further. So in previous class I discussed about the support, resistance and the trend line concept. So let's first begin with how to trade the trend lines, right? You know how to draw it and you know how to use it. So let's start about let's start about how to draw the let's start how to use the trend line in the right way. Like you enter after a breakout or a breakdown, but that's not it, right? A trend line always follow its, like, even after its end, right? So let me be it clear. Like you take a trade after the breakout, like here. Let me show it to you. So when the breakout happens here, right, you either enter here after candle close above the trend line, or you wait for a retest. For a preferable entry and for a good RR, you should always wait for the trend line retest. Like you can see it broke out from here and then it retested it. It was also previous resistance. I told you, whenever any coin broke its previous resistance, the resistance acts like a support. So what happens here is market broke out the trend line, it goes up, pull the buyers here, then it came back down, take all the liquidity. And always remember, in every candle, whenever there is a wick, there's a liquidity below. Okay, like here's liquidity, here's liquidity present, and also here is liquidity present. So what happens, like most of the beginner trader, what will do, they will do like candle close here, so they will enter here, okay, then they will put in SL something like here. So what market does, they pull the buyers, then took their SL here, and then also it retested the trend line, it broke, and then it goes up. So whenever any breakout of the trend line happens, wait for its retest, okay. Same as the resistance, always whenever market close above any resistance, like here, it's a very pretty big candle that gives a breakout here, almost 15%, but if you would have entered there, your RR would be pretty bad, right? But what will lower your RR to entry, to make your entry at the retest point, like that's your resistance, right? You see, broke down, retested, and it came a long way down here. So it's a pretty big resistance, okay. Market broke this resistance here, then it retested here. So your ideal entry of a long trade would be around this retest zone. You put a limit here and put your SL around this candle low, and boom, it's a pretty good trade to have. So always wait for the retest. That's the main point I'm trying to make it to you, or I'm trying to say it to you. Always wait for the retest. No matter how good the market looks, no matter how good the volume is, no matter how big the candle looks, always stick to your plans and always wait for the retest, okay. So let me show it to you more example of it. As I said, the trend line always market respect. If it's a valid trend line, market will respect always, okay. So let me clear a bit. See here, this is a resistance trend line, okay. Wait, let me make it color like red. The trend line in red color, it's a resistance trend line, means that whenever market will go there, it will reject. You see, first one time rejection, also it's rejected here, so it's a pretty big resistance that's already is currently following. So also after it gives a breakout here, or it goes up to this resistance. So you can also mark your support and resistance through the where the trend line lies, okay. Try to draw as much as solid trend lines as you can, because market will respect it always, okay. Even if already come backs below here, it will take support here, then it go above, then again rejection here, until it's proven a solid breakout above the trend line. Market will respect that always, okay. So that's what I'm trying to say. Now let's move into the chart patterns, okay. So first we will talk about the main chart patterns that always indicate a reversal. Like the reversal can be on top, where market goes upwards very big, then it reverses, okay. The reverses can be on top, the reverses can be on bottom. So I will show you some good reversal chart patterns, then that you can always look into the charts and decide the market next move, okay. So let me so the first chart pattern is hidden soldier. Okay, so let's suppose let me remove the drawings. Let's suppose that's a resistance and that's a support. Okay, so the hidden soldier, so what it means that there should be a head and a soldier. Okay, but in hidden soldier pattern there would be two soldiers, like something like this, this and this. So the chart pattern you are seeing right now, it's called hidden soldier. It can be formed in the top, that will reverse the uptrend into a bearish trend, and it can also form in a bottom. Like this. So like as you can see here, the pattern has its soldier, two soldier and one head. It's a soldier, it's a soldier, and here it's a soldier, and it's soldier, and the head is also called as a deviation, you can say. So let's understand the concept behind hidden soldier. So what happened here is, market was in a uptrend, like here. So market was in uptrend and it was also following a trend line, like something like this. Here you can't find a proper trend line because I drew those lines, but in chart you will. Okay, so market was in a proper upside. Okay, it was making a higher highs. I also talked about in previous class, higher high and higher low. You see the high is, this high is bigger, higher than previous high, this high is also higher than previous high, and this low is also higher than previous high. So what market does here is, it's going in uptrend. Okay, but after making this new high, it made a new low, or it can also make an equal low something around here. But in that very moment, market started to lose its momentum. Okay, it means there the big players exited. They either book their profits or they sell their bags, or the bears present in the market, they started selling. So momentum started losing. Okay, that was also a previous so that was also a previous resistance. I also indicated it before that it's a resistance. So what market does here is, when a price continue going up and up, the retailers comes very fast. Whenever market is in uptrend for a long time or a very good period of time, the retailers always FOMO. They don't buy in the when market starts to panic, they buy in the FOMO. So retailers saw market gives a breakout here above this resistance. So what they did, they took a long here. Okay, but same exact in that same very moment, the big players started to sell their bags. Okay, always whenever there is someone is buying, they always have to sell, right? Like if I have to sell my PC, of course there should be some buyers to buy it, right? Otherwise to who I will sell that PC, right? So same exactly here. Retailers are buying a lot here. It's a very big resistance. They saw that market is breaking out. It's in uptrend, so they are going all in, and that's where smart money, they are selling their bags. They are booking profits. Okay, and that's exact very moment market started to show its first sign of weakness as it's failed to make a new higher. It's failed to make a new higher low. You see, this low is pretty much above this low. This low is also pretty much above this low, but this low broke the previous low. Always look to these signs. Like this was our previous low, but after making a new high, market broke its previous low. That means market no more in a uptrend. Market break its trend. So here we see a breakup structure, okay, or BOS in your language. Okay, also market take all those retailers SL and right back up, retested the previous resistance and came back down. So to hold all of this process, market makes it a head and shoulder pattern. Okay, that's where lots of CT trade the deviations, right? Like that's a support zone, previous support zone. Market came here, trapped some sellers here, and came back above the same area and retested. And lots of famous city like Elise and others trade the same strategy. You will see their charts and you will feel like, yeah, they always use the deviations as their key entry points. Okay, so learn these easy tactics. And hidden soldier is pretty easy to identify. You'll always see two soldier and one head. Okay, and whenever there is a hidden soldier forming in higher time frame, but in small time frame, sometime it works, sometime it doesn't. So you can really confirm a hidden soldier pattern in small time frame because it always fake outs. Okay, to trap you. Who thinks that I will learn some chart patterns and I will start trading like a pro? That's not gonna happen. Okay. So always look for the breakup structure. You see, this low broke its previous low. Okay. Also, there would be always a sign in the volume. Okay. Whenever you see a previous high's volume is higher than the new high just made, it like you see the volume appears here in this very position. Let me use that. If you see the volume here, it's lower than the volume was here. That doesn't mean that too much low, but at least a point of low. What I wanted to say that if let's suppose the volume was here, something like this, right? But the volume when market came here was something like it's pretty low. When we see this kind of big difference, also after that market continue its low volume, you almost confirm that this is a hidden soldier in making because there are no more buyers left. Volume is pretty low, market losing its momentum, so market losing its uptrend and it will start a bear trend. And exactly opposite for the inverse hidden soldier. The inverse hidden soldier will always appear in the bottom. Same for it. Let me show it to you. Like it was in a downtrend here, here, and here. Then same in here. They tricked the buyers who bought the breakout, and same here they tricked the shorters who shorted this breakdown and came back above, and market goes again upwards. Okay, so always try to identify these simple symptoms on every single chart. Okay, so that was a hidden soldier pattern. Let's move on to double top and double bottom pattern. Let me tell you. So that's a double top and that's a double bottom pattern. In double top, what market does, let's suppose, let me clear the let's take the double top pattern. Okay, leave it the double bottom as of now. So what double top does is, market in uptrend, then market rejected, a new higher low made, then market goes again but failed to break the previous high, or slightly take the liquidity, something like this, and then break its previous low and market came to downwards. So whenever double top appears after a long period of uptrend or good momentum in uptrend, you always be careful that there can be reversal possible. So mark the higher low here. Okay, so after a double top is formed, wait for it to make a new higher low. After you see a rejection here, then whenever market will try to break this support zone like this, then you took entry here, make your stop loss around here, and boom, pretty good trade is ready with high risk and reward. Okay, always wait for 4-hour candle close below the support. Okay, then you can take your trade. And same for double bottom. Let's suppose this is the demand zone, market coming after a strong downtrend or bear trend, then market comes to this demand zone, they came here, took a small bounce, then took the liquidity, those who long the first bounce, or retest the same level again, then market goes upwards. Okay, so that's the double top and double bottom. And always whenever double bottom appears in a chart, always be ready for a reversal from a downtrend to uptrend. Okay, remember, double top always reverse from uptrend to downtrend, and double bottom always reverse from downtrend to uptrend. Okay, and I same for let me show another. Same for after making a double top here, double bottom here, wait for market to retest around these levels. Okay, make your entry here, make your entry here and put your SL below the low, and boom, your trade is ready. So that's what double top and double bottom is. Okay, so this two is the main reversal pattern. Okay, that is, you all should know. Let me see it my storage, if anything I have, anything pictures I have, then I will show it to you more. This I also talked about in previously. Okay, you see, market was in uptrend here. Let me show it to you. Market was in uptrend, market makes a new high, then came back and makes a higher low, then goes again but failed to break the previous high and rejected from here. So here it makes a double top, and then it broke down. You take entry here, put your SL around here, and boom, So that's what double top and double bottom is. And there are all there are more chart patterns available in the internet. I will send you in the group, or I will send you in my Telegram group or in my Discord group about those chart patterns. That's not very important because that's primarily you can easily see in a chart. Like, let me show it to you. Like market moving in a downtrend, then it suddenly break out. So that's a chart pattern. Okay, simply chart patterns, you no need to rhyme it or no need to study like it's a history book or something. Okay, it's all, if you understand the concept of trend lines, you will always find those chart patterns on your own. Also there's something called bear flag, right? Like market comes here of a downtrend, then it makes something like this, a small cat fins bounce, then it's broke down, test, and further downtrend continues, then same button. Okay, so this thing you're seeing, it's called the bear flag. Same, this thing you see here, it's called bullish flag, and this thing you see here, it's called bearish flag. So whenever you will draw this kind of trend lines, always wait for the breakdowns here, then a retest around this trend line, then you can take entry and you can move the whole move, you can catch the whole move. Okay, so that's the basic concept. If you have learned the concept of trend lines, I'm again saying to you, if you have learned the concept of trend lines, you will always find those chart patterns very easily. There's no need to remember those as your history lessons or something. Okay, let me check if I can show you. Yes, here you can see that bearish flag that appears. Okay, you see, after a strong down movement, market makes a bearish flag, then breakdown, retested quite a few times around this level. This level. And one more thing, guys, if you see market broke down here, don't short it here blindly, because you see that was the previous resistance and it broke out, so it obviously it will work as a support. So wait for so look for the next big resistance it will face. So in here it was the previous support that market broke down, so obviously it will act as a resistance. So what you will do after this breakdown, you will simply put a short limit around this resistance, or you say here to place SL above this high, something around here, and boom. And always put your SL above the previous high the market makes. Like this was the previous high, right? So place your SL something around here, and boom, you will catch this was the crash before it happened. So the thing I started to state you that never take a trade in the middle of nowhere or in the support. Never take a short in the support, or never take a long in the resistance. Like most of you will do, sir, the 4-hour candle reclaimed the trend line, so we should long. No, why would you long? Because there's a fresh resistance that's sitting above the market. You see these red candles, you think that's just a normal red candle and it will fill all of those and go to the moon. No, It doesn't work like that. Okay, so always look for the next big resistance market will face if it goes for a retest above. Okay, don't just take a long here just because market gave us a reclaimed, or because it will obviously trap you. You see, it again closed below, retested, then again came down, then again it goes here, again it rejected and came down. So that's what I'm trying to say here. I guess I'm clear. So that is the primary thing you need to keep in your mind while taking a trade. I will show you more live example, like give me a minute. So let me show you more live example about. There's a very basic concept about the trading, like support resistance, and if you only know the support resistance and the trend line concept very well, if you learn only these three concepts very well, you will be profitable. Just you have to make your decisions pretty well. That's what trading is. Also something around here. Look, market gaps a breakout here. Okay, you entered here. Market easily came down in one candle. Take your stop loss and fuck, your stop loss is gone. Okay. And also look here what market does. Market goes breakout, retest, goes here, make another higher low, then take those liquidity above and came back below. Okay, but overall market still in uptrend. It's just a bigger primary trend it's making. I already showed you the concept of primary secondary trend in previous live. It's just bigger primary trend in making. I mean bigger main trend in making. It was just a small secondary trend, then it reversed from here, it tested this resistance zone, then again got back up. Okay, also market, if market wanna retest the trend line again, what it will do? Look, this was its previous low, right? If market can make its next higher low around here or around here, so always look for the retests market will give you. Also let's assume market came around here. Okay, you see this was the previous resistance zone that market broke, but it hasn't retested yet. Also market retested here in one candle, but not in a very big picture. Alright, so what market can do here, if market owner also market as market made a double top here, market can retest further back and create a small secondary downtrend, something like this, market retest here and then boom, made new high. Okay, so always look for the resistance market broke previously. Okay, you see this was the market broke the resistance previously. I just didn't draw this randomly, right? It was clearly previous big resistance market broke. Okay, and same here, if you draw this like me, you will see also trend. If market comes to retest the trend line, also the retest will happen something around here. So it's a pretty good what I'll say, it's a pretty good sign that market can come here. Also, if you see it in a more bigger picture, you will see this is a head and shoulder in making. Okay, so inverse head and shoulder in making. Market came here, retest, breakout, and pump. You see, lots of confidence in making around this two level. So that's how you should think and that's how you should draw. Okay. Don't just randomly it's in support, let's buy it. Okay. Don't just randomly sort just because it's in resistance, just sort it. Look for the whole structure. There's in every chart you will see the chart will try to say you something. Look for the bigger picture always. Okay. Like here. You can easily identify that it's trying to make an inverse hidden shoulder and it's a pretty long, pretty big resistance that market consolidating under it for a pretty long time. Okay. So always think like that. Okay. So this today I will keep the class short because I have some more work to do and I will end the stream today here, but I will go live again tomorrow. Okay, and tomorrow I will discuss about further concepts like Fibonacci and indicators and everything that is remaining. So today just revise my stream, just try to understand what I just said to you all, just look at all of your charts and try to draw your charts on yourself. Okay, always look for your bigger picture. That's always try to hear what market or what chart is trying to say to you. Okay, and just go to your instinct. Okay, so this is it for today guys, and if you are new to my channel, just subscribe, press the bell button and make a comment about how I can improve more about in my videos or what I can make videos of in regularly for so that you can gain more knowledge and you can get more helpful contents from me. So this is for today and see you tomorrow. Thank you guys.